Knicks Rehab.
Knicks Rehab, y'all.
Everyone is better than Brunson till it's time to be better than Brunson. He is always disrespected, tired of it. MVP this man. Thank you, Sean. We knew you'd understand. Being a real fan, you've been watching us, watching the Knicks, huh? In a mix. You
Listen,
know what, bro?
um, that was a great comment, and it's true. And for me, with the Brunson thing, this is how I look at it, right? Only Knicks fans understand how good and important guys are, right? Because if you really think about it, we don't have none of the flashy guys that everybody loves, right? So when you look at a Brunson who's averaging 28, and then you may get an SGA and a Joker who's having amazing seasons, and those guys may average 30, 31, 32, right? But Brunson is averaging 28. And let's all be honest, we are the only fan base that understands how good Bridges, G is, right? Cat. But to the basketball world, those guys don't get talked about. If Fleet, to others, them niggas is regular weed.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's why Brunson should be getting more props from them, because when if you get a room full of current players, former players, you just ask them to talk about some of the great players in the NBA today and some of the great teams. Nobody's going to bring up Cat or G or Bridges or Hard, Mitchell Robinson. We know the names they're going to bring up. So to me, that's even more evidence, however you want to say it, where Brunson should be getting more props, because he's not playing with another top 10 player. He's not playing with a all NBA, a defensive player of the year guy. He's not doing none of that. He's not playing for a Hall of Fame or a winning coach. I'm just speaking from their aspect. For me, I just think, the Brunson thing, like I said, when you look at what he's doing and what everybody else is doing, I've said this, I don't know how many years now. He's doing what everybody else is doing. Only difference is it's on the New York Knicks. If he was doing this anywhere else, they would consider him the best player in the year. We remember when Ja Morant was going crazy in the NBA. At one time, they were saying Ja Morant was the best player in the league, was going to be the face of the NBA. What the fuck was he doing, numbers wise, that was better than Jalen Brunson? But we will never have that discussion, Fleet, of Brunson being the face of the league or one of the best players in the NBA.
I don't think Ja Morant has had a better season in his career than Jalen Brunson.
Fleet, but Fleet, I want you to respond to this, because and Fabian could too. Do we remember that little window when Ja Morant, when people were going berserk, when he was doing the gritty and the Memphis Grizzlies was relevant, and people was putting him as a superstar and one of the best players in the NBA? Am I wrong, or was that correct?
I remember. That wasn't very long ago.
Where is that glaze for Jalen Brunson? Ja Morant never averaged 28 for the season.
Never had his team in the conference finals. Never had his team. Obviously, this cup thing has been going on for the last couple of years. So, I mean,
he ain't even won a cup.
Ja Morant is low-hanging fruit right now for us to kick his back in just because he ain't, you know what I'm saying, he ain't playing well. But I think it's fair for what you're saying. The type of prognostication that they was giving Ja Morant, they wasn't giving Jalen Brunson. They were prognosticating, right?
You gotta say that. Hold on, you gotta say that. You gotta say that word again, brother Fleet. Say that word again. You just flabbergasted me. I don't know what to say that word again. Fabian, what's going on today? What?
Sporting Page got me. They was prognosticating. They was saying, yo, Ja Morant is gonna be the face of the league just off of but Jalen Brunson is actually doing what everybody expected Ja Morant to do, right? Lead his team, be under the radar, be solid in the community, be loved by his teammates, coachable, be a clutch player. Game just keep getting better and better and better.
Yo, listen, that word, I know what I said. Yeah. Yeah, we legit
That
over
nigga's
here. Yeah,
hanging
my
out with
man.
T.I. Yeah, Monkey Wrench.
Post Josh Bosh. You can't be using them 4-syllable words like that. That's just as nuts. That's it.
But nah, for real though, like everything that Jalen Brunson is doing, they were expecting Ja Morant to do. And now, like, how do y'all adjust? How do y'all adjust the narrative and really make it look authentic for the Knicks and Jalen Brunson? Because like you guys are saying, everybody is switching up, right? And now it's like, oh shit, they jumping on the Knicks. They you know, there's a long line at the Frank stand right now. Long line. Everybody's getting Bunless Franks because we won the NBA Cup, right? It's wild right now.
Hold on, Fleet. Niggas at the Frank stand going, yo, give me a hot dog, no bread, sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut, dress my shit up.
Yo, Fleet, they prognosticating Bunless Franks?
Bunless glizzies is crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's bananas. What?
Hold on, hey, Fleet. Niggas is going to the Frank stand going, oh, don't put no bun on my shit.
No bun.
Give me that shit like that.
But you know what's nasty? You know what's nasty? Josh Hart is giving them out. That's the nasty part. He got the apron on. Josh got the apron on. That nigga's giving out.
Bunless glizzies is crazy.
I thought your basketball players is something else. Jesus Christ.
Hey, Fabian. Hey, Fabian, please killed that. I want to get your response. Forget Ja Morant. No, I'll let you continue that. Forget Ja Morant because it wasn't about kicking Ja Morant's back in pause.
Right.
You can even go to Ant-Man. Fleet, how many times I had this argument? Everybody say Ant-Man is better than Brunson. He never averaged more than Brunson. Okay, back-to-back conference finals. Brunson been to the second round. Now he's been to the conference finals. Same thing with Ant-Man. They ready to anoint him, compare him to Jordan. He's one of the best players in the league, superstar, all this and all that. Why isn't that glazed for Jalen Brunson? Fabian, I would love for you to explain.
Let's take it up a notch. Flea's gonna hate this, and you gonna love this. I said years ago when the Ja Morant hype train was at an all-time high, I said, yo, hold on. How you think Ja's better than SGA? I don't understand that. When I watch SGA, he plays ball. Let's update that. Didn't we just see the Spurs give SGA problems on Saturday? I mean, Jalen Brunson shot 10 of 27 or whatever the case may be, but he ain't look too difficult out there. And them boys is tough, them young kids. I don't like if you got SGA better than Jalen Brunson, cool. It ain't by far. If however you're gonna slice that up defensively, he does. Okay, cool. He also got like 8 dudes rotating with him on a defensive end that are bigger than him. We don't have 8 guys that can rotate on the perimeter like OKC does. We got our squad, but I don't see how that's that much of a gap. So when they talk about MVP and you want to compare Ja Morant and Ant-Man, I'm like, dog, we don't even the glaze and the cape we putting on for Jalen Brunson. We don't do that for anyone. We hated Julius Randle. We go back and forth about Cat. It doesn't matter who you are in this city. If you ain't nice, we're not giving you that. We're not giving you that. That's not how this goes. So for us to glaze them or call it whatever you want, the Jalen Brunson propaganda network was beautiful, David Smith. But it is what it is. I'm gonna push for the dude that he does everything the right way. By the way, to your point, Fleet, that's an excellent point compared to Ja Morant because it's like, boy, did Ja Morant fumble that damn bag. Ant-Man's playing. He's been playing around a lot, and I'm not saying he's on Ja Morant's level off the court, but there is a level of focus you have to be this level of player, MVP type of player with that level of fame in New York. He studied Tom Brady. He said he studied Derek Jeter, and it certainly looks like it. He certainly looks like it because them boys is legends in their towns. Jeter's a legend over here. And Brunson, to shout out the whole team last night, he made sure, hold on a second, Taylor, let me shout out my people real quick. I ain't winning this without them. I shot 10 to 27, bro. I seen what happened to SGA the other day. They bombed them. They bombed on them. But with me, this ain't happening without my people. So all of that, and I'm not saying Ant-Man does that. Let's get this clear. Ant-Man, he bigs up Cat, his whole crew. I don't see how many people clown Rudy Gobert every single day. And Ant-Man still boosting that guy.
Ant-Man supports him to the end.
And he's a baby. No disrespect. He's a kid to me. He's 22, 23 years old. He's a kid.
Right.
Brunson, you know, he seems like a little more mature. But for Ant-Man to have all of that going on, I always have a thing about superstars and how their brain works differently and how to deal with that kind of pressure. And Ant-Man is still somehow being a leader with that team. But I don't think it's to the level of Brunson with the Nova Knicks thing carrying over from college to New York City in the professional league. This is amazing what he's doing, and he deserves all the glaze, except from Josh Hart. We had enough about your kind of glaze, Josh Hart. You've gone too far. You've gone too far. We're going to see you in the streets, Josh. You ain't going to like what we say. But I think y'all made great points.
Just real quick, Flea.
Flea,
I want to hear what you say this, and you could think always with Brunson for these couple seasons or couple years was always, you know, when they bring up Joker, SGA, Luka, Giannis, what I always said was he does the same thing that they do, numbers wise, leadership wise, winning 50 plus games in the season, getting to the playoffs, stepping his game up in the playoffs, winning playoff series, hitting big shots. So that was always my argument, that he's doing exactly what they're doing. They're not doing nothing better than what Jalen Brunson is doing. And I just don't understand how when they have these discussions, he's not brought up more. So Flea, you had a flaw. That's just what I always alluded to, was just, hey, okay, if Giannis is averaging 32, okay, Brunson's averaging 28, 29. Okay, Brunson is doing the same things, winning basketball games, winning playoff series, have his team in contention, have his team relevant. So that's just always been my argument. And even with Ant-Man, with whoever, Brunson is doing the same thing that they're doing at a high level, night in and night out. For me, I just think, you know, the Jalen Brunson glaze, it just needs to start being legit and start being honest. The young man is the truth, and we have to acknowledge that. Not because the Knicks are good and relevant today, no. But since he's been here, this is what it's been. He hasn't had a drop-off, Lee.
It just keeps going like this.
Right. So that's all I want to say. Whoa,
keeps going like this.
Yo, listen, Josh.
Yeah. How does it go, Flea? How does it go?
Bring me back up.
No. How does it go?
It goes like this.
Lord have mercy. Yo, Josh Hart, man, what you started, this may be forever, man.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.